Ever wondered how to join Shaxi as a rider? Well, the process is as easy as pie, and today you'll learn all about it. First things first, you'll need to get the Shaxi app. A quick visit to your phone's application store, whether the App Store or Google Play, will do the trick. Search for Shaxi, download it, and you're off to a good start. Now that you've got the app, it's time to sign up. You'll be prompted to provide some necessary information. The most important part of this step is verifying your phone number. This is a security measure put in place to ensure a safe experience for everyone using Shaxi. You'll receive a text message with a code, input it, and voila, your number is verified. Next, you're going to set up your passenger profile. This is where you can add a profile picture, input your name, and other details. It's all about making the ride experience as personalized and comfortable as possible. You can now search for rides at your convenience. Whether you're heading to work, school, or just about anywhere, Shaxi is ready to get you there. The next step is to request the ride. You'll need to confirm the details of your trip, including the destination and pickup point. And just like that, you're ready to enjoy your journey. Sit back, relax, and let Shaxi take you where you need to go. To cap it all off, after enjoying your ride, why not share your great experience? Tag at Shaxi Ghana on social media and let the world know about your fantastic journey with Shaxi. So there you have it. Joining Shaxi as a rider is as simple as downloading the app, signing up, verifying your phone number, setting up your profile, searching for rides, requesting and confirming your ride, and then enjoying the journey. It's a quick and straightforward process designed to make your life easier. With Shaxi, the world is at your fingertips. Shaxi, it's time to ride.
Well, let's get serious. This is news. And news is a serious business. Whatever time it is at your location, I believe it is time that you can consume something. It is time that you can still listen to or follow some news. Now, let me tell you why this concept was made. Sometimes when I come to the office as a journalist, an entertainment journalist, and again, as someone who works closely with an artist, in this case, Shatawali, you always have to be reading around what is happening, what are the people saying, what is about to happen. You have to be reading around all the time. Therefore, when I sit behind my laptop like this on my desk and I'm reading the stories, sometimes I feel like, but this story, I have something to say about it too. This story, I have something to say about it too. It is not that kind of story that will give me that full energy to go and do an editorial on it, to go to the studio, I mean. Sometimes I just want to sit comfortably in my office, in the comfort of everything happening around me, whether people are around or not, and the stories that I'm reading, to share an opinion or two about them. And a concept was born. This is called their news and our news. This is the news of the people and the news of some of us here at Sammy Flex TV. Now, it is good. The year is still young. So any new thing that you have, put it down, let it germinate, and let's see what will come out of it. Now, I would want to start with this particular one. I have about 3 stories to read though. I want you to join me as we go through these stories. I'll be reading the first story from Ghana Web. Of course, one of the leading websites in Ghana. And this story says, Dzifa Gomashie is the best fit for Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. Dzifa Gomashie is the best fit for Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. And this is a quotation attributed to George Quay. Let me take my time to read these stories because on this episode, I'll be reading the stories with you so you know that Sammy Flex is not saying anything out of the mind. Everything as has been reported by the news website. That's why I call this segment Their News and Our News. You have to know this. Now, let's read. It says, event consultant, media personality George Quay is of the view that Ablah Dzifa Gomashie is better placed to perform excellently at the Ministry of Tourism, culture, and creative arts. He believes that the National Democratic Congress government has no time to waste in this second term of John Dramani Mahama, and therefore does not have the time to waste. Now let's continue reading. It says, George Quay, who was speaking on Accra-based United Showbiz, indicated that John Mahama is leveraging experience in the selection of ministers and therefore does not have time to try new people at this time. And this is a quotation, a direct quotation from him. He says, if there is any government that does not have time, it is this government. This is not the time to try people. So if you look at the trend, the man is using a lot of wisdom to select people. The man is looking at experience. This is an industry that says it wants one of us, and we have one of us in there already. Who beyond everything? Okay, let me read it well. This is an industry that says it wants one of us, and we have one of us in there already, who beyond everything else has the experience. She does not have only experience in arts, but also in tourism. He said this on Accra-based United Television. He further added, her experience makes her the best fit for handling the ministry. Mahama cannot follow the sentiments of the people in the industry. Then you choose people they want. But for a party that does not have time, you need someone who has been there before, who has learned from their experience, so that they are supported by the people who are around. And this is the first story coming from Ghana Web, obviously attributed to George Quay, an excerpt of what transpired on United Showbiz last Saturday on UTV. Of course, when I read stories like this, I always have an opinion, and that is what I want to do. But before, I've told you there are a couple of stories that I want to read, so let's move on to the next block. This story will be from Joy Online, myjoyonline.com. And it also reads, once again, George Quay has been quoted. Looks like George Quay is really on a campaign. George Quay has been quoted. First, he was quoted on United Showbiz on UTV. Now, he has been quoted here by Joy FM as well. Now, let's read what is here. It says, George Quay tips Dzifa Gomashie for tourism minister position. George Quay tips Dzifa Gomashie for tourism minister position. Let's get into the story. Team lead for Image Bureau, George Quay, has vouched for actress and politician Ablah Dzifa Gomashie to be appointed Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts in President John Mahama's new government. Speaking during a discussion on Joy FM Showbiz A to Z, George intimated that judging from Dzifa's experience and the fact that she has been a deputy minister at the same sector before, she is the best person to handle that position. For a government that doesn't have time, this is not the time to tour. The sector has 13 agencies. There are places that people can easily fit in and come together to make it work. So for me, if you were to choose a lead today, I will go for Ablah Dzifa Gomashie, he told the host, Kwame Dazi. Again, George also noted that considering the broad nature of the sector, whoever takes over as minister must not be limited but to only one aspect. He believes Dzifa has a wider knowledge of the sector than other people whose names have come up in conversations. He said the new minister must have a firm grip of the tourism space to be able to continue the successes chalked by the former government in the area of tourism. Now, another quotation attributed to George Quay. He says, you can fault the government of Nana Akufo-Addo for any and everything, but definitely not tourism. That they did and did well. They got it right and they did great. I will be ashamed to see a ball drop, or it will be a shame to see the ball drop. Somebody should pick that ball and take it to the next level, he noted. While the industry is awaiting the appointment of the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts by the President, stakeholders of the industry have suggested people like creative entrepreneur Baba Sadiq, Musician Rexoma, actress Ablah Dzifa Gomashie, actor John Dumelo, actress Ebi Bright, and former Gomashie Metropolitan Assembly boss Kojo Bonsu. In the meantime, the president has announced the first batch of his ministers, Dr. Kasil Atoba Forsin, Minister for Finance Designate, John Abdullah Jinapo, Minister for Energy Designate, and Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, Attorney General and Minister for Justice Designate. And of course, if you read further in the story, a lengthy profile, or better still, biography of Dzifa Gomashie has been shared. So what it means is that the writer also added some steez to it. This is more or less like the achievement, the track record of Ablah Dzifa Gomashie. A long one. I'm sure in your free time you can also go to myjoyonline.com to read all these. Let me see if I can read just some 3 paragraphs. It says, Ablah Dzifa Gomashie is a renowned actress, film producer, scriptwriter, and a revered politician. She served as the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts in the National Democratic Congress during their tenure between 2013 and 2017, when John Mahama first created the ministry. Currently, she is the Member of Parliament for the NDC in the Ketu South constituency and also a Queen Mother in the Aflao traditional area. Dzifa Gomashie holds a Master of Philosophy 2005 to 2008 in African Studies from the University of Ghana, a Bachelor of Fine Arts 2000-2003 with a first-class honors from the School of Performing Arts, University of Ghana, and a diploma in Theatre Arts 1994 to 1998 from the same university. Now, if you read further, it talks about some positions she has occupied before, some she has been a contributor to, and all. Obviously, the story made it rich for George Quay's assertion to be held strong. Now, let me read a very final story. Then, as usual, just as I'll read and still be sharing a cent or two, I'll be doing that as well. Now, the third story is also from Ghana Web, and this one is coming from Bulldog, aka Lawrence Nana Asiama Hansen. He's a talent manager, an entertainment pundit, of course, an executive, music producer, and more. What is Bulldog also saying? Now, Bulldog is also saying Bulldog backs Rexoma for tourism, culture, and creative arts minister in Mahama's government. Bulldog backs Rexoma for tourism, culture, and creative arts minister in Mahama's government. Now, the story reads, entertainment critic and artist manager Nana Asiama Hansen, popularly known as Bulldog, has declared his support for veteran musician Rex Omar to be appointed as the next Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts under a potential John Mahama administration. As discussions heat up over who will fill the key ministerial roles in Mahama's proposed 60-minister government, names such as Rex Omar, Ablah Dzifa Gomashie, and Baba Sadiq have emerged as strong contenders for the position. In an interview on Western Region's Empire FM with Feeling Daddy, Bulldog expressed his preference for Rex Omar, citing his leadership at the Ghana Music Rights Organization GAMRO as proof of his competency. There's a quotation. I read, I believe we should put people in positions based on their dedication and commitment. Although qualifications are paramount, for me, character supersedes qualifications. Their dedication to service matters, and Rex has shown that. His work at GAMRO has been amazing. Bulldog also criticized those within the creative industry who are opposing Rex Omar's potential appointment, singling out Kumawood actor Big Aquez. Now, another quotation says, Big Aquez has no locus on who is going to do what. He's always been a sympathizer of the NPP. So if he makes a recent U-turn and joins the campaign for John Mahama, he doesn't get to antagonize people who have been doing the work since 2016. Myself, Rex, Sadiq, and Olamaike have been in this block since 2016. He further cautioned against unnecessary infighting within the industry, warning that such divisions weaken their collective influence. And another quotation, it says, for me, it is too early for us to be fighting for us to be fighting over anything. This is why politicians don't take us seriously. This is why they may overlook us and go for someone who doesn't appreciate our struggles. Touching on the educational credentials of past ministers, Bulldog questioning their actual impact on the creative sector. It says, with all their education, what has been their contribution to the sector? It's about time we prioritize service and dedication. Bulldog's endorsement adds to the ongoing debate over who should lead the ministry as the creative arts industry awaits Mahama's ministerial picks. So yeah, this is the feeling. Like I come back, I want to read stories, what is happening, what is about to happen. Then you read some of these stories, and as usual, because you are an industry person and you understand the ins and outs of the industry, you read some of this and you'll be asking yourself questions. Okay, so at least 2 people out of the 3 stories are talking. These are people I know. So let's try to see them. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, this is George Quay, who is making all the noise for Ablah, Dzifa, Gomashie. Obviously, we know George Quay's background as a theater arts person, as a producer, as an executive producer, when it comes to theater arts, drama, and these production at the National Theatre and such places. Of course, if George Quay wants someone to be in such a position, George Quay obviously would want someone that he can speak same language with. He would surely vouch for someone that when he turns around, he can see that a person is standing right behind him. And who best fits that? Dzifa Gomashie. Because George Quay as a writer, Ablah, Dzifa, Gomashie as a writer, George Quay as an actor, Ablah, Dzifa, Gomashie as an actor, George Quay as a theater arts person, Ablah, Dzifa, Gomashie as a theater arts person. Of course, the Bluetooth device will pair. It is easy for the Bluetooth device to pair, like the way the Chinese ones have said. Bluetooth device ready to pair. The Bluetooth device will surely pair here. It will pair like easily. So you ask, okay, so this agenda, this promotion, this campaign, is it genuine, really for the general good of the industry, or it is for some personal interest? Of course, in everything we do, we all have personal interest. When we vote, and we vote for some people, our personal interest, they in there. That'd be why we vote for them. So that is fine. But in reading some of these stories, these are the questions I ask myself. And I want to make it public. It is something I'll be doing. Like this segment has come to stay. I'll be doing it from everywhere. So yes, is this one for personal interest? Is it one for the general good of the industry? More and more. And as an industry person with some years of experience, I'll be connecting the dots, and I know that, okay, the dots are like this. Of course, George Quay is also that person who believes in education, definitely. So yeah, he believes in the papers, the certificate. So definitely, he'll go to the Ablah, Dzifa, Gomashie side, because she has also been able to bag some 1 or 2 qualifications, and it makes her look good. And the fact that, of course, George Quay did not also tell a lie, the fact that the woman has occupied the space before. So she comes with some level of experience. Indeed, the experience level is also there, and that should also be established. Now, I'll think about that as well. Anyways, let it be. Then I'll come to Bulldog, who is also backing Rex Omar to be appointed or to be selected as the person for the industry. Then I also look at Bulldog's interest. Okay, Rex Omar is a musician. Bulldog also works directly with musicians. In fact, Bulldog started as a musician, but I'm picky and not the Danny call other side. So Bulldog has music in him. Rex Omar is a musician. Bulldog works directly with music as artist manager. Rex Omar works directly with music at GAMRO. That's Ghana Music Rights Organization, one of the major collection societies we have here in Ghana. So that is also there. Now, there's also another linkage. Bulldog is an NDC guy, like a through and through NDC guy. He has been there for them through thick and thin. Same way, Rexoma is also a through and through NDC person. He has also been there for them through thick and thin. So once again, let's connect the Bluetooth. Bluetooth device is ready to pair. That is for Rexoma and Bulldog as well. So almost a Bluetooth, pair. And when I read some of these stories, like I sit here, okay. They are not wrong for making choices. I'm sure if you call Sammy Flex as well. Sammy Flex, do you have some names, possible names? I might also put out some possible names, and some people can also connect our Bluetooth, which is okay. But then again, when all is said and done and we sit down and we look at the general industry as a whole, what is the benefit like? Because I know those who act, those who are in the theater production, when they also see Rexoma, they'll go like, Rexoma, they're about music, because there's music that he knows to do. When we go to the other side, Ablah, Dzifa, Gomashie, in the two names mentioned here, they also go like, Mami, the bounce by acting in theater, because omupe no nim. So at every point, there is that conflict. Whilst people are pairing their Bluetooths as to who, for their personal interest, others are also pairing their Bluetooths as to who, because they want to be part. Of course, when the food is served, they want to be on the dining table. They want to eat some. Who doesn't want to eat some? So that is also normal. But in the general good of our industry, how is it like? For the better or for the worse? And this is why when I read some of these stories, I want to share my thoughts, my opinions with you. So, the two people mentioned and the rest that are not even mentioned, when we talk about the general interest of the industry, are they genuinely for the general interest or for their personal interests? Well, it is what it is. You sit here, you read, you ask these questions, and you leave it for the people to judge. That is what I've been doing all the time. And you may can't read them, so okay. Me can't me industry knowledgeable man, so okay. And same. So Bulldog gave some advice. Let me mention that so that we can wrap up. He said that it is time for us to stop the infighting. He said that it is time for us to support the people who are with us, so that at the end of the day, they will not kick all of us and they'll go and bring someone. So we'll be here and they'll go and bring a doctor who has no background in the showbiz space or creative art space. You'll be here, they'll go and bring a lawyer who has no background in the creative art space. You'll be here, they'll go and bring a business person who has no background in the creative art space. That is how it is. We'll be pushing our interests, and out of that, you'll be fighting. Now, Bigger Quiz has been talking. Bigger Quiz, Rexoma, Dabi. Rexoma, the more bianfa position biamano. Obian Casabama Rexoma crop, but Bigger Quiz in Jamuhine is already fighting. Obian Casabama, but still, almost started Kontokwa. Yeah, my thoughts shared on their news and our news. This is it. So I read their news to you, their stories to you. Now our stories are what I have said. Bluetooth devices are connecting. They are connecting for different purposes, different interests. Where do you stand? Well, this is where I stand. Whoever will come and bring us progress, a general progress in the showbiz space, I am for it. Whoever will come and bring development in the showbiz space, I'm for it. Whoever will come and make sure the fortunes of the players in the industry are rising to the top, I'm for it. Until then, my good friend Osafo Anthony will say, Muchum. Go and read the rest of the stories. I'm also reading more. When I find some more stories, I'll come. So we discuss it. Their stories, our stories. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For check it. Green select glucometer. For check it. Put sugar level for check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.